Stop. So on this edition of the Redeem Show, this is NBA 3030, and I have a good brother in front of here. His name is Matt, and today what I want to talk about is some apologetical issues. I know you're a well-read man, a good brother in the Lord, because the other night I was talking to an atheist for 3 hours, and I could tell from his starting position he was clearly irrational, clearly not. He was just, starting off from the fact that there is no God and trying to reason from his presupposition that there is no God. Can you quickly explain? First, introduce yourself, and also introduce the fact that I am the strongest man on the floor. So yeah, he's on our dorm floor. So and many of the times I have to make him say mercy because he's overwhelmed by my strength.
I know. Antonio's always beating me up. So, but I pay him off, and
he ain't paying me too well though. So
it's enough to get him off me for a couple days at a time. And, so every once in a while I try to make him coffee. I know he's a big tea buff, so I do give him some tea and some lunch money occasionally, and it satisfies. So. But
lunch money, we get lunch for free.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay. So yeah,
but you didn't know that when we made the deal, though.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, can you explain a brief overview of apologetics and how Christians approach apologetics?
Yeah. See, apologetics is basically a Christian trying to make a rational case for our faith, proving that although most people in the scholarly and academic setting think of our worldview and presuppositions as faulty and unproven, in fact we do have rationale and we do have an intellect, and that is God-given, and we're just trying to convey those truths in a way that is understandable and effective.
But is Christianity the only truth?
Is it? What do you mean by the only truth?
The only truth.
The only way?
The only way.
Yes. Christianity is an exclusive religion by nature.
Okay.
When you have Jesus coming and making exclusive claims like, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but through me. I mean, that's pretty exclusive. If it were inclusive, he would say things like, I am a way, and etc.
Yeah.
But he says, I'm the only way. So spiritualists, and all those kind of things. It's popular in our culture to put every book on the same shelf, all speakers on the same shelf. Oprah kind of do what she does and make everything on the same playing field. But Christianity is an exclusive religion and claims superiority.
So can you give me a quick overview of what a presuppositional is versus classical apologetics?
Yeah. Presuppositionalism, it's where we are trying to, as Christians, defend our faith in a way where we look at another worldview, see its logical contradictions, and therefore refute it. And so what a classical apologetic causes us to do is that we try to stay objective, and we try to say, well, here we are, here's your worldview, here's my worldview. I'm going to try to step outside of my worldview and step in the middle and look at both reasonably and fairly. And the problem with that is no one's truly objective in themselves.
At all.
No. We always have our biases, and we like to say, well, I'm objective, and that's what the scholars always say. But really, they're just as biased as anybody else, and everyone kind of has their own agenda. And so the benefit of presuppositionalism is it allows us as Christians to stay in our worldview. And so we stay in our own worldview, and we look out and see the contradictions in other people's worldview and say, I like Christianity and I think it's true and I'm convinced by it, so I'm going to assume that I'm right. But when I'm arguing with you, I'm going to look at your worldview and instead of saying from an objective standpoint, okay, what if we're both wrong here, and trying to be objective, you skip all that and you say, okay, you're an atheist. Give you that. let's say that your arguments for the Big Bang Theory, there is no God, assuming that is true, how do you account for these other problems? And the point you try to bring them is that the worldview can't account for those problems.
Yes, and that's Dr. James White says something to do with consistency. An inconsistent argument inconsistency is a sign of a failed argument. Individuals who are non-Christian, who are like I engaged this atheist the other night. He was completely irrational, inconsistent. Everything that he was starting from, but he kept saying that, just see it from my view. I don't see it from your view. I can't see it from your view. I mean, but yeah. All right, we have to get going. This is the edition. Can you explain what's your name real quick? Matt.
I guess I never did that, huh?
No, you didn't.
I'm on Colby 3, Matt
Crows.
And so I'm down at 311 if you want to check me out.
Girls are not allowed though. I mean, because he's obviously a better looking brother than me. That's debatable. So, but all right, Val. I'll talk to you guys later, and God bless.